Being here at Prince of Peace, being in the heart of the city, being on one of the most prevalent streets downtown is pivotal for change.
The Over the Rhine neighborhood in Cincinnati, at one time it was considered one of the most dangerous areas in Cincinnati. The Prince of Peace was the only thing alive on our block. Everything else was vacant or bombed out. That's the way we were when I first started coming down here. And then lots of revitalization of buildings and new condos and so on, with very affluent people moving back into the city, living in a neighborhood where there's homelessness, and we still support the homeless. We serve a free Saturday and Sunday morning breakfast. We have the Bridge Ministry, which is like a day center for those experiencing homelessness.
It's a day shelter, so it gives homeless individuals the opportunity to get in off of the streets for a few hours. We've got television going, we've got some meals, and then we also offer services, resources to them for housing.
We've been always doing that for a very, very long time. In fact, our Wednesday night devotion and community meal has been going on for over 60 years. And then we also have been offering for the last 9-10 years winter shelter. So in the wintertime, usually starting mid-December through the end of February, sometimes longer, the homeless come into our church and sleep in our undercroft. Another ministry that I am grateful to head up, it's called Welcome Home Collaborative. It's a transitional housing program. And we have 6 different locations across the city. One of the locations is actually in the parish house right next to Prince of Peace. We currently house 5 single men there. There's 18 rules and regulations. The number one rule and regulation is to meet with our life coach on a weekly basis to work on a SMART goal.
It's a 2-year program. It helps somebody flourish into their own, affordable housing. I used to be homeless. I used to be a full-blown drug addict. Been in and out of jail many times. Without Welcome Home, these gentlemen wouldn't have a chance.
My life coach, Jamie, helped me to succeed in my recovery to become a resident of collaborative housing.
When I first came to Prince of Peace, I would come up to the sanctuary space up here, and I would pray and ask God if it was His will to restore it. It was a sad situation because it hadn't been heated or cooled for, we think, about 30 years. It was about, we thought, $250,000 to restore this sanctuary, and we raised about, I think, $75,000, and then the balance of that $250,000, LCEF helped us over the finish line. One of the things that we decided to do was to install Carillon bells. LCEF came to us and actually gave us a grant for half the amount for the total cost. We're so grateful for it. We have a Lutheran hymn at the top of every hour from 12 noon to 7 p.m. So it's a beautiful way of communicating to the neighborhood that we are open. It's a beautiful way of communicating to the neighborhood the gospel of Jesus Christ.
This place is necessary to the community to keep it grounded, for it not to get lost in the redevelopment that's going on here. Because regardless of how people want to depict it, these individuals aren't going anywhere. So we have to provide them a safe place, find respite, to be able to get cleaned up, to be able to eat, so that they're not doing criminal acts.